Hello YouTube, James here. Today I'm going to be showing you how I transformed two very boring old pieces of furniture into the two beautiful pastel pieces you see behind me. So these are ideal for a kitchen or anywhere in the home, and they have a distressed look. So what you will need is some basic white emulsion paint. It doesn't have to be fancy. Anything you have lying around. Some sandpaper, plenty of it. And what you need is an object which has a blunt edge. So I used just a kitchen knife, an old kitchen knife. So something that can get purchased to the wood and the paint and not damage the wood too much. So just a blunt edge. So what you will also need is decent paint for the top coat. I use Farrow Ball's range, which I really like in pastel shades. So the first one I used was Farrow Ball Nance's blushes, and it's a beautiful pink colour. I'll put the link in below. Farrow Ball is a fantastic company for really beautiful paint colours, really lovely hues they have. So they tend to be vintagey and very heritage style. The next one I used was Teresa's green, which is a lovely mint sort of sage green. You can go into the Farrow Ball shop and they're very helpful. Fairly expensive, but it's really worth it. If not, go to somewhere like Dulux or Homebase and they'll have similar colours, but you just have to search for them. What you need then to seal it with is Satin. I use Satin. Varnish, which you can get from Dyas or any sort of homeware shops. This is a quick drying varnish, and it's really effective. Just brings the whole piece together, so it just helps to give it a bit of durability, and it brings it sort of all into like a finished piece, which is fantastic. Watch the video and let me know what you guys think. Okay, so to achieve this lovely vintage distressed look, sort of like French farmhouse modern pastel vintage look, first of all, make sure the unit is clean, just from dust. I use sugar soap, which you can get from Robert Dyas or any big sort of utility store, and you make sure it's clean, make sure it's dry, paint it very roughly with the white emulsion, wait for it to dry, then you paint over with the paint you're going to use. So this is Teresa's green from Farrow Ball. You wait for that to dry, then you get at it with some sandpaper to begin with. We actually found that it was quite difficult to really remove any of the paint. So you can try with a bit of sandpaper on the edges. You can see sort of here we did that, and down here. But what's actually really good for this is to just get an old knife, from your kitchen drawer, and just to scrape the edges. It really gives that effect, and that's how we achieved it here. And you can see the original wood here, which I really love. So you just scrape along the edges with a blunt knife and you get this effect. So you can see through the green paint, the white, and the wood below, which I really love. And you can see there, it looks really successful, really nice. Once you do that, you have to make sure, it takes a long process, it takes a long time. So you just go through it, do it all. You can see we did that there. Really cool. And you make sure that there's no, once you've done that, you make sure there's no sort of dust and no debris on it. You just sweep it. You can do with a hand brush. And just to seal it, what you do is just get the Satin varnish. I really like this one because it dries really quickly. We got it from Robert Dyas. Dries in 20 minutes, probably even less than that. And just coat it, fairly neatly, but you just coat it. So that kind of brings it all together actually, and it just makes it look like a finished piece. So we did that on this unit, which looks really cool. We did exactly the same process on this unit. So you can see on the doors particularly, it looks really nice. Just distressed and vintage. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Very, very simple technique. You don't have to be very precise with it. We were just very sort of liberal with the paint. And these small pots of Farrow Ball went really fast. So we also did this table here, the bookshelf, and the pink. We just did the sideboard there. And it worked really well. I think they look fantastic. I hope you can see the detail in here. It looks just really vintage pastel-y, which is very on trend, and you can do it with anything. You can do it with brighter colours. A good idea, a good technique I saw was to use a really vibrant colour underneath instead of the white, and then just a more subdued like grey or something as the top coat, and then just scrape away with it with the knife or with the sandpaper, and you get a really interesting vintage look. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, please do write comments and I'll respond to them. Try it at home yourself and let me know how you get on. Thanks for watching. Bye.